In the years that I've been doing this speaking thing, I've spoken in 49 of our 50 states. I wish Hawaii would come on and get on board. But I've spoken in every state other than Hawaii, and I've spoken in places like prisons. I've spoken at juvenile detention centers. I've spoken at schools like yours. I've spoken on college campuses. I've spoken to pro ball teams. I've spoken in Native American reservations. I've spoken all over this country. And one of the things I find interesting, I was speaking to a group once, and we were at a youth center in the community, and the youth, they were talking about how it was so important to take care of the land and how Mother Earth was really the reason we all exist, the reason we all survive is living off the earth, and how we have to respect the earth. And it really sounded good. It sounded good except one thing. After the group, some of the young people in the group kept making their comments about taking care of the earth and we ought to support the earth, and it was tied to this whole concept of going green. And after I listened to it for a while, I asked them if I could have a little break. And I gave everybody a little break, and while they were drinking juice and other stuff like that during the break, I went outside, because we're at a community center in the neighborhood. I went outside, I took a plastic bag, how to get from the grocery store or whatever. I took one of those plastic bags with me, and while they were taking their break, I just walked around the front of the youth center, and I picked up trash. I picked up cans, I picked up potato chip bags, all kinds of trash that was out there. And I took it back in, and I said, all that you guys are saying about protecting the land and how all this Mother Earth thing and this green thing that you talked about is great, and I love it, except one thing. So where do you start? And then I poured that bag of trash out. And my challenge to you is the same thing. A lot of times we talk about how we want our school to be attractive, want it to look nice, and how it ought to be taken care of, and the school board and other folks ought to make sure we have different stuff we need. But then a lot of times I'll go to a lot of schools. I speak at over 200 schools every year. And sometimes I'll go in the front of schools or going through the parking lot, and I'll see where somebody just dumped something. It's obvious that you just dumped it out of your car. And yet at the same time, you want to talk about how you really want your community taken care of and looking good. And my question is, so what are you doing? What are you honest to goodness doing every day to make this country a better place, to make your community a better place, to go green? And part of going green is not just a matter of I'm going to separate the cans and the plastic and all that from my trash. Sometimes going green is just about taking the time to respect your community. And if you see something down in front of you, even if you didn't put it there, you know what? Newsflash, it's okay to pick it up. Wow, what a concept.
Life, lessons, we live, we learn. So pay attention, grow.